Hi everybody, so today is the 23rd day of the Rough Draft Challenge. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any writing editing done today. I really want to and I'm kind of in the mood too, so I'm hoping I can. But first I have to edit through the video for the Rough Draft Challenge week 3 and get that up. I'm kind of pushing it pretty close because it needs to go up tomorrow. So I need to get that done today. And then like last night was kind of, or yesterday you might have seen, I'm not sure if I'll post it or not, but I was having a very difficult time. I was struggling a lot with fatigue and things like that. So yesterday was kind of a wash, and today is going to be like a heavy editing day. I really, just with how busy this week was with the pottery and from here shift and all that kind of stuff I need to get done, I haven't really had the time to edit the video for Rough Draft Challenge week 3, and so I really need to get that done because it needs to go up tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of what today is. With doing all the writing updates and stuff like that, it takes me a lot longer to edit than it does just my pottery videos. I've been editing my pottery videos for years, so I get pretty good at like knowing when to cut out stuff, you know, in the process, or what people prefer to watch in the process and stuff. So editing those videos or those parts of the video are a lot easier and faster for me. It's just like the talking parts and stuff are a little harder, and I'm still getting used to that. So it might take me most of the day to get through the editing. I'm not sure. At least a couple hours, I'm guessing. I might get some writing done later. And also, I apologize if you hear banging and stuff upstairs. My kids are home and they're making a lot of noise. I've asked them to be quiet, but you know how that goes. So anyways, I apologize if you hear weird noises in the background. My children are fine. They're just having a lot of fun upstairs. And then I've got the flash fiction written. There's a lot of words there. And so I'm just waiting on my editor to get back to me. And once they get back to me with the things that need to get fixed or what needs, you know, all that, I'll fix that, post that for my patrons. Yeah, so I'm hoping this next week, because today's Saturday, so I'm hoping, you know, Sunday, Monday, things like that, I can get a lot of, you know, get back on the writing editing horse and get that done. And then and I also need to package the patrons order as well. That is also something that needs to happen today or tomorrow. So yeah, busy weekend, but I did want to give you an update. Hopefully it's not too loud and obnoxious in the background. I apologize. Hi everybody, so today is the 25th day of the Rough Draft Challenge. I'm hoping to get a little bit of editing done, at least finish writing that chapter that I was working on. I believe it was like 11 or 12. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I do need to finish writing that one. And then I think I can get that done today. I, however, won't really be able to like get through editing any more of the chapters just because you all know I did like a huge live kiln opening. I did take a ton of photographs, took measurements of all my stuff and things like that, and I need to list all of the pottery on my Patreon so that my patrons can buy it if they want to. Hi everybody, so this is an update for the 25th, and I actually got quite a bit done. I was able to finish chapter 10. Yeah, I was able to finish chapter 10, and chapter 10 actually had 2 scenes. So I was really excited to actually have I wrote both of them and edited through both of them. And so yeah, we're all done with chapter 10. I also was able to move on to chapter 11, and that one was pretty much what I wanted. There was a few like little details here and there I needed to change, like names, and a little bit how the scene went, because I did kind of change, again, I changed the end of chapter 9 a little bit, so I had to tweak what was said and how it was said and stuff like that, just to make it flow better and make more sense in the story. So I also did that and edited that, and tomorrow I should be able to start on chapter 12. So I actually got 2 chapters done today, which is exciting, especially because chapter 10 had like 2 scenes. So I was really excited to be able to get through all of that. And I think they turned out really cute. Like, not chapter 11 so much, but chapter 10, it's kind of like some more character building and stuff like that, and you know, the characters getting to know each other, and I thought it turned out pretty cute. I actually really enjoyed writing that scene. Maybe that's why I got it done quicker than I thought I would. But yeah, so I did get those done, you know, January, send it off to beta readers. Then we're looking at maybe even possibly getting this book published 2025. Like, that would be so awesome. And I think once I get the book to beta readers and stuff, I'm also going to have the book cover made. So I'm going to send it to a digital artist friend of mine to make book covers for my book. And yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting the ball rolling. I'm actually pretty excited because it's just taken me so long to get to this point that I almost don't quite believe that I'm getting that close, you know? So it'll be cool. It'll be cool because, like, if I could get this book out and published and everything by, like, you know, June or something of 2025, that would be pretty cool. And I think at that point too, after I get the book back from beta readers and stuff, I am going to hire an editor to go through it, just, you know, line by line edits and stuff like that, because I am so bad at that. And like, I edit it and have other people edit it as well. But I am going to hire professional editors in addition. Once they get the book and they start editing it and stuff, I'm probably going to start on book 2. So I'm planning on this being a trilogy. It definitely needs to at least be 2 books. I'm pretty sure it's going to need to be 3 just because of the plot and what's all going in the story. I have kind of planned it out to be a trilogy. So that being said, then we can start on book 2, which I've been kind of feeling the itch to. Like, I have been enjoying the editing, but part of me wants to start something new, like a new novel. And I mean, it's not exactly new because it will be the same characters and stuff, but I've been getting lots of ideas and had scenes popping in my head, and like, I'm just kind of getting that itch to start book 2, but I'm trying really hard not to get into book 2 until I have book 1 done, and at least most of the way I want it and the way I like it, making sure beta readers like it and stuff before I go and do book 2, because I don't want to have to do a ton of like rewriting or editing and things like that on book 2. You know, if I have to change something in the plot for book 1 and stuff like that, like, I think it's better if I just wait, even though I don't want to. But yeah, anyways, that is what we got done today. Hi everybody, so it is the 26th day of the Rough Draft Challenge, and so I put the rest of the chapters I haven't gotten done into Pacemaker Planner to see how many chapters I would need to do to actually finish the book by the end of November. And instead I basically have to do like 6 chapters a day, which isn't likely to happen, and I'm definitely not going to like kill myself to get 6 chapters done a day. I just thought it was kind of funny, and I was kind of curious as to what it would say. Finished chapter 11 and I'm working on chapter 12. Yeah, so I'm just finishing writing that up. I got about 481 words of that chapter done. I don't think it'll be like a super long chapter. I think it's going to be one of my shorter ones. Probably around like 800-900 words, I'm thinking, maybe, by the time I'm done writing it. And then after I do that, I will move on chapter 13. And 13 I did look at a little bit. It's got 2 scenes in it, and it's going to need to be rewritten. Most of it is. So that's definitely going to take me quite a while. But I do have a good 3 or 4 hours before, you know, I need to go get my kids. I ended up getting chapter 12 done. It needed to be like completely rewritten and edited and stuff like that, so it took me a while. I was also able to get chapter 13, the first scene done, but then I realized I really need 2 scenes for it to work. I want a little bit of character development to happen with my main character, and she just has some stuff that she needs to work through because of her situation and all the things she's been through in her life, and we're kind of pushing those boundaries and pushing those buttons and trying to make her realize that, you know, maybe she needs to change her perspective. So we're having a little bit of character development in that chapter, and because of that, I definitely need it to be more than 1 scene. So all that's left in chapter 13 is to write the second scene, which kind of helps lead into the midpoint. And I did actually read through the midpoint, which is chapter 14, and found that it needs to get completely rewritten. There really isn't much of that scene that I can save. I didn't realize how much of the scene depended on the things that happened in chapter 10, unfortunately. And so because I rewrote chapter 10 and changed the ending of chapter 10, it means that 14 pretty much needs to get rewritten and the midpoint needs to get rewritten. Hi everybody, so today is the 27th day of the Rough Draft Challenge, and I'm here again to work on finish chapter 13 because I have that extra scene in it, and then I also need to work on chapter 14. And I'd like to say that I figured out what I was going to write, but unfortunately I'm really not sure where the scene's gonna go or how I'm gonna write it or what's gonna happen, so we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna do some on the fly writing. I'm just gonna be doing some painting in this chapter and see how it goes. Sometimes if I'm having a hard time thinking of the solution, a lot of times if I just sit down and start trying to write the scene, the ideas will come to me. Like, I'll start figuring out, hey, this actually isn't going to work for this scene, but I know what will, kind of thing. Like, it kind of helps my brain cross off things that won't work, and then I can kind of get to a solution that might. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna, chapter 13, the second scene will be easier to finish, I think. 14 is the one that I think I'm going to struggle with a bit, so I don't know if I'll get any more done today besides just those 2 chapters, but you know, we'll try, we'll see how it goes. But my kids are in Thanksgiving break, so I don't have as much time to write as I would normally. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do today, and we'll see how it goes, and I will let you know. Hi everybody, so this is the last day of the Rough Draft Challenge, and I'd like to say like I made it super far, however I didn't. I actually ended up getting kind of sick and stuff. In the last couple of days were kind of a struggle to even get some work done, especially yesterday. I was just fighting a really bad headache, so I ended up only getting one of the chapters done. So I am going to try to finish up chapter 15 for edits and then move on to 16 for today. And so it looks like I got a little bit past halfway editing through my book for the Rough Draft Challenge, which, wasn't my goal. My goal was to get through the whole thing. But at least I can say I'm like halfway closer to being done. So it's a little hard for me because I'm usually pretty good about, if I make myself a goal, I'm going to meet it. I will practically kill myself to make that deadline. But it just wasn't meant to be this time around, and I'm okay with that. Like, I did actually have a pottery deadline this month too, which kind of made it hard to like meet the writing deadline when I had the pottery deadline, and I'm still trying to figure out the way to balance both of those things. So yeah, and I think a lot of this month with not getting as much editing done was because I was learning the process, learning what my process is, how it works, and things like that, which I didn't take into account because I've never actually sat down and edited a novel from beginning to end before. So the process being new to me meant that I was just having to do a lot of learning along with doing the editing and rewriting and stuff like that. So I do feel like I have a better understanding of it though, and I have a better understanding of my process and what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So that also is kind of a big plus. So yeah, I'm just gonna see what I can get done today. I am going to do a wrap up, kind of my thoughts on the rough draft challenge and how it went and the things I learned and what I'll probably change or have learned going forward. I'm gonna make that a separate video. So yeah, thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye.